There were 1,035 locally acquired cases of COVID-19 reported in New South Wales to 8 o'clock last night, and one case who was acquired overseas. We're still seeing fantastic testing numbers with 129,182 tests performed to 8 o'clock last night, compared to the previous day total of over 118,000. We have a large number of people in hospital. 778 patients with COVID are currently in hospital. 125 of those are in intensive care and 52 require ventilation. There's quite a few young people in their 20s and 30s who are requiring intensive care therapy. And of the 125 in intensive care, 110 are not vaccinated, 14 have had 1 dose of vaccine, and 1 person has had 2 doses of vaccine. There is a health worker in Westmead Intensive Care who's been vaccinated, and it just stresses the importance that a vaccine is very effective in reducing severe disease, but it's not 100%. We all need to protect our health workers who are on the front line caring for us all in the community. To protect them, we need not only healthcare workers to be vaccinated, but all of us to be vaccinated as soon as we can. By getting vaccinated, you're reducing the chance that you'll get vaccine, but also pass it on to other people, as well as having severe outcomes like hospitalisation and even death. So please, please help protect our frontline workers. Sadly, there have been 2 deaths, as the Minister mentioned yesterday. A woman in her 70s from Sydney's Nepean Blue Mountains district who died at Nepean Hospital after acquiring infection there earlier this month. This is the 4th death linked to the outbreak of the hospital. She'd received 2 doses of COVID vaccine and also had some serious underlying diseases. A woman in her 80s from Western Sydney also has died at Westmead Hospital. She was not vaccinated, and we extend our deepest sympathy to the family and friends of these 2 people. There have now been 83 COVID-related deaths in New South Wales since the 16th of June, and 139 in total for the pandemic. We continue to be very concerned about southwestern and western Sydney cases escalating, and particularly in the suburbs of Guildford, Merrylands, Auburn, Granville, Bankstown and Grey Staines. So wherever we are in the state, of course, assume that you might be at risk of COVID, but in those areas in southwestern and western Sydney in particular, be very aware of the COVID-safe behaviours to follow. We've also seen a number of sewage surveillance test positive in the country areas where we haven't identified cases at this point. So we've got ongoing surveillance of sewage, which is very effective in identifying a positive the virus that causes COVID. So we've seen that yesterday in Brewarrina, Moree, Merimbula, Barradine and Bonny Hills. So we're just urging people in those communities to come forward for testing if you have even the mildest of symptoms. It's just so important that we find cases in these areas so we can help control the spread. Thank you very much.